Hey folks, on to the next one. New release Braindances. What's up, BD maniacs? Hungry for a new emo rush? Then check out the latest word from the freshest BDs on the market. Foreign body. The body is everything. There is nothing else. It is you, but it is also just a tool for your mind to interact with the world. But what would happen if this tool tried to live its own life? What if it tried to kill you? Though not a particularly original addition to the thriller genre, this braindance featuring Luke Power is still a solid experimental ride. The fear of disobedient implants has long been around since pirates were walking around on peg legs. Well, maybe not that long. As a result, the trope has been pervasive in film, braindance, and urban legend alike. Still, Foreign Body borrows some of the genre's best elements while still incorporating just enough new stuff to keep to the mix to keep it interesting. After all, it's not every day you see the world from the perspective of a sentient arm. Fear of disobedient implants. That actually reminds me of too many nightmares I've had. I'd have a sword, it would keep, like, the blade will keep, like, stretching, bouncing on the ground, wrecking shit, and everyone would keep getting angry at me. I couldn't stop it, it was doing its own thing. But that didn't matter. Huh. I haven't had that in a long time. I still just remember it when it bugs me. Anyway, next one. Maxwell's Rehab. This braindance session has been chock full of horror, but this one stands out from the rest. The always phenomenal Maxwell Ramirez is pushed to the brink of cyberpsychosis so he can relive his return to normalcy. The title offers a tone of optimism, but don't let that fool you. It relives Maxwell's slip into psychosis, the heartbreak of his wife, and the gradual reintegration into a world that is now far different from how he left it. This BD is a must relive of the season, but it's not for the faint of heart. Honestly, the idea of that, these is kinda horrendous. For anyone who doesn't remember, like, a BD isn't just a film. It's actually what someone experiences. They can be edited and altered, but the typical thing is trying to cleave to the original idea, the original experience as much as possible. Otherwise, it shits up the experience, ruins the immersion. So here's a guy for a movie, nearly inflicts a potentially uncurable ailment, cyberpsychosis, on himself. And for the movie, has to heal. It's like like I know actors, can like wreck their bodies, wreck themselves for movies, but that's normally in a process of trying to accomplish something else, you know? The madness is rarely in and of itself the goal. So it's just like, ugh. The idea of that is just like, yeah, it really is living up to it being a dystopian setting. Or maybe it's just living up to being California. Either or. Badlands Raid. At last a BD for those looking for something a little lighter. Badlands Raid is a remake of the 2023 classic, which was an innovative tour de force of the time. For those of you unfamiliar, the plot revolves around an ordinary, boring guy who accidentally gets tangled up in a nomad ambush on a Zatotech convoy. Won't spoil it because, even though the main plot hasn't changed in 54 years, most people these days probably don't know the ending. What I will say is this. The remake's creators have introduced a few modern twists into the story that should make for a pleasant surprise to classics lovers and newbies alike. So, that has been new release Braindances. The last one released... Well, actually, the last one and the first one sound like interesting movies, really. But the second one... Ugh. So... Oh, as a standard movie, it'll be fine, but given what a brain dance is, not so much. But anyway, on to the next.